Okay, so yeah, so when the cycle is over, you're moving forward. So you have some guardian angels watching over you. You have some guardian angels watching over you. And no matter, let me just say this for you all, when I take it all the way down to the lowest frequency, and again, this is a bonus video. Never be too ashamed and embarrassed to share, your story with people, because anybody who's harshly judging you, this right here, judging you, you should have known this, I thought you were so smart, you're supposed to know. Who knows everything? Nobody. If you're new to a geographical area, you're not going to know everything, like for real. Like if you don't be ashamed or embarrassment is a choice. It really is a choice. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed. Tell your kids, don't be ashamed or embarrassed if they don't know certain things. Encourage them to ask conversations, to share things with you, all those kind of things. And so some people don't know certain things. They don't know things about marriage, why people get married. Some people get married just for, just to increase their wealth and their knowledge. And that's it. They have no emotional attachments to nothing. Some people want to just have, like somebody, it was something that I mentioned in my cancer reading. Y'all may have to go watch the cancer reading because it's coming up. Somebody may have cancer in their birth chart, because this is Cancer's card here. Cancer rules fourth house. Fourth house, Cancer rules fourth house. Fourth house is about family and ancestry. I don't know who this is for. Somebody needs to go watch Libra's video, because maybe you want to win one of the prizes for Libra season, because Libra rules seventh house. And then also go watch Cancer's video. Maybe go watch Cancer's video as well, because maybe you have Cancer somewhere in your birth chart. So I don't know who that's for, but some energy, because Cancer is also the mother and the money sign of the zodiac. We're not talking about somebody's mother, but it's also the money sign of the zodiac, like who you're spending time around, right? So some people really thought during your Saturn return, which is major life changes, you could have been married 10 times. All 10 times you want to recall all parts of yourself. Make sure name changes, mail sent to your new place, right? If you're getting checks in the mail, something's going on, anything, you want to recall all parts of yourself, because I see your abundance and your prosperity growing. And these people aren't going to tell you. They going to court, taking your money, doing all kinds of stuff. You down to earth and relatable, and somebody else had to look up and see something, right? So a decision has been made. Decision has been made in your favor, you in someone's favor. Yeah, I see you being able to defend your decision to move on from some people without even coming across as defensive, right? Without even coming across as defensive. Y'all know this is non-violent channel. You don't need to cuss nobody out. You don't need to go off on any of these people. These people took advantage of a situation. They saw an opportunity to make some money off of some people, and they just took it. Just sick. And judgment is coming down on these energies. Yeah. Yeah, so congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Yeah. Yep. So these energies, all smoke and mirrors. All smoke and mirrors. What I'm looking at here is somebody may have wanted to go to law school. They've stood in court and tried to represent themselves in court. All smoke and mirrors, representing themselves in court up against a real attorney. And so you don't need to say anything. This is somebody from your past who decided they wanted to stand in court. They didn't, went on Chat GPT, learned a couple of terms, and decided they want to be they want to be an attorney. Child, got an AI image. And went up against some attorneys who actually passed the bar. Actually went to law school. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like graduated, took the LSAT, all of that. What in the world is going on? So you won. Yeah. So here we have Queen of Wands. Their only justification is that you are feisty. Their only justification is that they know some stuff about you in the past. Girl, just lying, brought people in there lying about you, whoever you are, just telling all kinds of lies. Just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And came up against some real attorneys. So looking at your cards here, like I said, you've done the shadow work, whatever lies. So I'm seeing a lot of your wishes being fulfilled. These people are a joke. And we're not talking about actual attorneys. We're not talking about the people who actually went to law school. People who passed the bar. Yeah, so Somebody restricted themselves, child. And that's what you asking for, jail time for them. They need to go to jail. But somebody had already considered you. They just, somebody, sat down, somebody told them, somebody told them, because you like to argue, you would be a good attorney. That's like telling somebody, because you're beautiful, you should be a model. Come on, y'all. For real. Everybody who likes to argue needs to be an attorney. The tomfoolery that I'm looking at in this reading right here, it just don't even make any kind of sense. Any other messages, source? Yeah, the cycle is over. Move forward. So justice is in your favor. Judgment is coming down on this, whoever this jealous ex is, since they created this craziness using someone's child or children or whatever. But a decision has already been made. And like I said before, this energy, whoever they were working with, smoking mirrors, like I said, using ChatGPT, looking up legal terms and all this other stuff. I even say in my readings, like, look, I'm not an attorney. I tell people, listen, some attorney, refer people. Y'all know all about collaboration. If I'm telling y'all, hey, look, if y'all have seen me put people's information on my community page, somebody linked up with somebody else told them that you're good at arguing. You can argue something in court. They decided to take first chair in court, like they actually went to law. If they don't, but anyway, big decisions. The steps you must take have been revealed. The choice you need to make presently has already been decided in your heart. Your angels validate that you know what to do. Looking within is the only work that is left. Right now, ask your angels to reveal the answers to the big question in your life. As you sit quietly in meditation, allow the answers to find you. Somebody felt like something was their way or the highway when it has to do with someone's child. They felt like they were a nurturer. They were a better nurturer than you are, whether it's a man or woman. And so they made a decision. Somebody has lost their entire mind. And so if you don't have kids, this could be a decision for your parents, or they could have made a decision for a sibling or somebody you shared a womb with, whether they planted the seed or carried the seed, or somebody you shared a womb with, could be a sibling. Somebody made a decision about something based on you. They made this right here is decision. So you have some kind of a partnership in business and or in love coming across your path here. I see your abundance and your prosperity growing. Like I said, you don't even have to be angry with this. This person is all smoke and mirrors. They talk a good game, whoever this energy is. They don't know what they're doing. They just like to argue. It's a person who likes to argue. But let the same thing happen. Somebody do this to their kids or their mother or father or their sibling or whatever the case may be. Then yeah, they be just standing there just blowing a whole bunch of smoke arguing. So a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. And what do you wish? You wish that they get it put in jail. That's what you wish. Let them argue with people in jail. They restricted themselves, so busy trying to restrict you. Dumb. So yes, it's a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning for you. So busy, all wrapped up with your ex, whoever this energy is, so bunned up with your ex, thinking that your ex could save them, like they're saving each other from something. They really believe that they were twin flames. And twin flames would never burn you. That's the thing about twin flame. People don't even know what twin flame is. A twin flame would never burn you. They inspire you to be better, spiritually, but they would never burn you. They didn't even realize who they were in a relationship with. They were in a relationship with their karma. Now they know the truth. Now they know a truth when they could have just opened up their mouth and asked you, whoever you are, who am I about to go into business with? Who am I about to go into a romantic relationship? Whoever you are, I feel like whoever you are, somebody, if it's a business situation, somebody could have come directly to you, Aquarius, and said, hey, who am I about to go into business with? They never thought to even ask you who they were going into business with. Now they got to look in the mirror at themselves and look at their own demons. If it was a romantic situation, now they got to look at themselves in the mirror, because again, y'all are ruled by a karmic planet. They was just confident. They were so confident, but now they got to look at themselves and see the difference between confidence and arrogance. Now they're wondering who's going to protect their kids. You're dealing with somebody who has kids themselves. They so resourceful. Oh, I know this person. I can just make one phone call. Just arrogant as all get out. Whoever this energy is. And if it was a business situation, I know this person. I can reach out. I can just one phone call. I can make this thing happen. Such and such. I can make this thing happen, and so forth. You already got, like I said, Source is balancing this out for you. Some real attorneys are helping you. You've already won to protect you and, you know, something that you created. So now they have a chance to look at themselves for a long time. This is a brand new beginning for you. Somebody just knew you ain't know what was going on. There's no way in the world you had to know what's going on. I'm telling you. You know when something is not adding up. You had a feeling about, this is the I feel sign. You had a feeling about something that somebody was being sacrificed, because you can tell in the inflections in a person's voice. You can tell somebody they were being emptied out. You could tell when you're talking to people on the phone, you could tell you had a feeling about something when you were talking to somebody. If it was a business deal, you can tell the way they were talking to you over the phone, something wasn't right. You know, they were saving some people. You could tell when somebody sounded like they was crying or something was going on with somebody. You can tell in somebody's voice that they were saving some people, and what they had to do was empty you out financially to do it. And sources now. Let me tap on some people's spirit to help Aquarius here, because like I said, there's no way you may have had a feeling about something, but you weren't really sure what was going on. That mirror has been turned back around, because somebody was so sure they was going to march right on into court. They was going to just march right on into court and do something. Like I said, I've always loved math, child. And I love numbers. I look at my little kid report cards, and I'm looking at them little E's on there, like, I know I like numbers. It's like but it always a lot of it has to do with the teachers too. Also have to do with somebody who is passionate about what they're teaching as well, right? But does that make me a mathematician? No. Just because I like numbers? No, it doesn't, right? But I just love it. I just love numbers, right? So, but here we have 7 and 4 is 11, right? So somebody decided, hey, they're going to get off the fence, right? Get off the fence. And they could be just as passionate about law as I am about numbers, right? But am I going to run up in somewhere and say I have a doctorate in math? No. Yeah, what in the world? So somebody decided they're going to enlighten somebody about something they know nothing about. They feel like, okay, they know they're resourceful. They can get all this information about you, everything except talking to you. They rather go down a rabbit hole to try to end you instead of talking to you. Trying to find out some secrets about you to try to end you. Somebody dealing with a Leo moon who just entered into, this is an energy, y'all remember Noah's story with Ham? Somebody's so busy trying to cause you generational, trying to project a generational curse onto you. That's what this is, a projection. Somebody's so busy trying to project a generational curse onto you, it backfired. Something backfired. So if they wanted your business to go kaput, guess what happened to theirs? If they wanted your marriage to go kaput, because you got a new love coming across your path here, but they're not coming to save you. Or you got a new business deal or something, they're not coming to save you, right? You learn how to save yourself, and that's the whole point of it. You ain't going into a situation lying about something. Somebody was so bad in love with a jealous ex of yours, ex-business partner or ex-love interest, so busy trying to ruin you financially, and turn around and ruin themselves. So put yourselves first. Put yourselves first. Yep. The spy is now turned on. So take your time to decide. Your bitter ex's lover wants you. Now somebody looking at you like, oh, we have so much in common. Hello, welcome to Earth. All human, I just cannot. All human beings have something in common. I don't care if you black, white, gay, straight, whatever. Just the fact that you're a human, you got something. Anyway, somebody's a changeling. Make it make sense. Document your dreams day and night, child. Just document them. But seriously, this weekend, somebody take some time, go within, right? Go within, start documenting. But the best is yet to come. Best is yet to come. Make room for a whole new blessing. Speak it into existence. Prepare for an increase in pay. Somebody just knew today. I'm not gonna even get into this because it don't make a difference. Somebody failed at stealing your identity. Somebody wanted to be you so bad. It's sad. It's actually sad. You're dealing with identity theft in the spiritual and the physical realm. It's not as deep as you think. No, that's what people don't want you to think, because you didn't have to go that far. That's why you didn't have to go that deep down the rabbit hole. All you had to do is go back to a jealous ex. That's why it's not that deep. You didn't have to go that far down a rabbit hole. It's whoever you had a child with or children with. That's why it's not that deep. So don't let people play in your mind, making it seem like, oh, it's not that deep. We were just trying to do such and such. Nah, okay. Go play in somebody else's face. You're not boo-boo the fool, okay? It's somebody that you had kids with, or that's somebody that you formed a business with. That could be your child too, okay? Somebody you formed a business with, you don't have kids. You didn't have to go that far. You didn't have to go that far. Somebody you had their back. And if it was business and you don't have any kids, somebody that you would have had their back in court, they turn around and stab you in the back because they feel like they can make more money behind your back than you. Just sneaky. So your well of joy is within you. You have the gift of clairsentience. You pick up on others' vibrations, their moods, emotions, and feelings. That's what I'm telling y'all. This third party right here that was closest to you, you talk to them and you can hear them either sound like they were crying or being emptied out or trying to get information out of you so they can take all of this into court. They were recording conversations. And somebody thought they was Matlock. Child, they done went to Chat GPT. They went to Chat GPT, child. They went to read a couple of law books and swore up and down they had passed the bar. Or maybe somebody had just newly passed the bar, but they weren't seasoned like the people that's helping you. Yeah, they played on somebody because somebody's an incubus. Y'all need to read that book, The Law of Seduction. That's a good book. He's written a couple of other books, but that book is really, really good. That's how they were able to get somebody. So they can be attracted to you all day long, but that's how they was able to get somebody. So somebody could be pregnant. I mean, for those of y'all, somebody could be pregnant so somebody could try to make some kind of money off of you. But this whole plan backfired. Whatever this is, this whole entire plan backfired. What I'm feeling for somebody could be like the government shutdown, could have some kind of play in it where people are really, your abundance and your prosperity is growing. Now somebody could be pregnant in the family and now they need your help financially because they could be overwhelmed and really need some help financially because these people like to play all behind people's backs and play game. If it's a business deal or something where kids are not involved, somebody could feel like, okay, your abundance and your prosperity is growing now that you're recalling all parts of yourself. Mail is coming to you, or you got a post office about everything is starting to come to you, and people are like, okay, they need a loan because things aren't working out for them. It's just their foul behavior, sneakily doing stuff behind people's backs. And so Source is saying to you, the answer for you is going to be a no. Somebody's demons got the best of them. Somebody's demons got the best of them. And that's why you're not judging people. You've risen above judgment. You're not judging whoever has the incubus. These people just took advantage of whoever's demons took over them. And that's where the compassion comes in. That's where the compassion comes in. As soon as I saw Ace of Cups, that lets me know financially you on top of it. Emotionally you on top of it. Right? You're on top because you got Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio somewhere in your birth chart. You're on top of it. You're delivered from people's belief systems. Somebody was trying to flirt with you and trying to seduce you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You take that mess over there somewhere. You're not interested. You can take that mess over there, trying to distract you from some mess. Because you had a feeling. So, inner child, allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. And so this is important for you to teach if you have kids, or just if you don't have kids or grandkids, to teach people how to pour into themselves. And that's their moon. That's your moon sign, by the way. That's your moon sign, by the way, whether you have kids or not. So, yeah, these people, whoever these energy, they just sneaky. They sneaky. You're not trying to be friends with them. You're not trying to go into business with them. Just the way they do stuff is just backwards and foul. So they can think whatever they want to think about you. But somebody should have opened up their mouth and said something, and they didn't. But the root of this is a jealous ex. And so now somebody's emotionally withdrawn and trapped in fear. It had nothing to do with you. Nothing. And turn around and use somebody. I don't know. Somebody perjured themselves in court. Somebody lied about something in court. They probably didn't. If this is somebody that's closest to you, they probably had no idea, especially if they were born prematurely. Something you may have to. This is where you're gonna have to learn how to rise above judgment of something. And for somebody, I don't know if it's court has to something has to be in court. You may have to. I don't know what the situation is, and you moving forward for something. You may have to speak on somebody's behalf if they were born premature. Like let's say if you're the parent, the mom or dad or something, you may have to speak on. But somebody took stone cold advantage of. If this is a parent that did this and got this Play-Doh attorney involved in something. Or this build attorney, whoever this is, they're not even an attorney, involved in something in court with something with as far as your child is concerned, then you may have to speak on someone's behalf. But get them as far away from these predators as possible. Get them as far away from these predators as possible. Because somebody may have just been, been a crier. And you could be a person that's a crier, but it doesn't mean that you're mentally unstable because you cry, you're releasing. You carry a lot of spirit. This is Empress card. You carry a lot of spiritual gifts on your back, a lot of spiritual gifts on your back, a lot of spiritual wisdom. And so you could be really, really a compassionate person. That would be the Pisces in you, right? Especially if Pisces is your North Node, if your 10th house, you could be a crier. You could be a very compassionate person. So the way that works is, let's say, for instance, you're around people and you pick up on their grief, right? You could be in a space where you pick up on people's grief where they don't cleanse their space. They don't spiritually cleanse their pain. You can pick up on a lot of grief and it can be overwhelming. Y'all know kind of like when people go to concerts and you watch it on TV, it takes on a different effect than when you're there. So you're looking at something on TV, like, why are these people being pulled out and they're on stretchers? They call in the ambulance and people are crying and reaching up at the stage over an artist. It's the energy. It's the energy. Why are these people crying? Why are they passing out? And why are they doing all of this at a concert? It's energy. People are picking up on all this energy in the space, right? So if that's your calling in life, if you pick up on people's energy who almost like, they need to be saved, you could be picking up on people's energy that just need to be saved. You could literally be talking to a person on the phone and you start crying because you're picking up on their grief, their sadness. Or you're in somebody's presence and you start crying, you can be picking up on their grief and their sadness. Y'all know how, like, when people had I was getting ready to name a movie, but I'm not gonna trigger anybody with this. Y'all know how people use kids as healing balms for them, like they, you know, like kids as they're healers. I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there. Right, a lot of different things. So somebody could be emotionally withdrawn because they could just be around energy vampires, right? But you're not emotionally drawn because you have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio within you, meaning that you can take it down to the lowest frequency. And because you have, when you have Scorpio in you, you go through very intense transformations where it seems dramatic for some people, but on the other side, you've gone through this very powerful transformation, this metamorphosis. So you're on the rebirth side. You're on the rebirth side. So that's why I always tell you, go in when this moon moves through these zodiac signs every 2.5 days, learn how to go within, pour into yourself, go through your purging process, and then when you come back out, you would have purged, you feel much better. I don't know. I mean, I hope my team didn't beat your team this week. If it did, oh well, it's time for your team to do better. But no, my team is the bomb right now. So we're keeping that same energy going. But that's what I'm seeing here on in your reading here. So, you know, hopefully you all can go within this weekend and do some energy work. Look at yourselves in the mirror and find out what your temptations are. What your temptations are, because you pick up on people's, and somebody picks up on people's energy very well. I mean, you pick up on people's energy very, very well, and that is your gift. And so somebody really felt like they wanted to find out what could end you. Yeah, they wanted to find out what could end you. That's a shame too, only to find out they got the same thing in common as you. Child, what a revelation. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. Do we have any other? Did we get a yeah. Eagles fly above crows. There it is. Eagles fly above crows, child. You're not carrying these energies on your back when they're emotional, whatever issues with you. They can't stay focused. They need to be in a relationship, even if it's a karmic relationship. They just have to be in a relationship, even if it's a karmic relationship. You ain't judging them either, but you don't want to be connected to them either. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.